Now well done. I greet you now. I want to introduce myself. My name is Uyi. Huh? So you are seeing this picture. This is Ududua picture on front there. I'm from Benin, Union Local Government. We don't have a missing prince in our history. There is no missing prince inside. The only history we have till tomorrow, the one that was written by our a chief from Oba Palace, Jacob Igareva. You can find that history in a British Library in London. Go check 1936. There was not like a missing prince inside. If you live in London, if you go to British Library, you will see Short History of Benin, first edition, 1936. The man who wrote the short history, Jacob Igareva, got blind after he had finished writing that history. So those one of 1948, 1960, those one were being, there was nothing like a missing prince inside. In that book, he said a Caladera died in Owoton. But we were very surprised in second edition, third edition, fourth edition, fifth edition, sixth edition. In order to lie, they started editing it until they succeeded in the other last one. They now saw a red book. They even invited Wole Soyinka to come and to come and follow them to launch the book. But Professor Wole Soyinka did not come. He know what they have written in that book all fake. Me that is talking to you today, my grandmother, the family of my grandmother, they are from Ile-Ife. But they are not scared to say where they come from. My grandmother family, they follow Oromia from Ife. And this is what they have been telling us. We greet Lauhe. Uhe is what we call Ufe in our language. My grandmother are from the family of the Oni of Ife. That is where they come from. While my father is from the Igodomigodo, which is the Ogisos. I cannot be denying where my mother come from. So it's a shame that somebody will come out and be saying they are not from Ife. It is the one, they are not the one who gave birth to Ife. Even my name is also a Yoruba name. If you see any Bini person that is answering or Moruyi or Vyasuyi, who anything have to do with Uyi, Uyi mean Niyi. Niyi is Uyi respect in Yoruba. It's also the same language. We are not speaking the same language. The reason why you see this name appearing in our language is because the Oba of Benin and the people who came from Ife have lived long in our land for close to 800 years. That's why the language is not missed. If you go to Yoruba land, people answer in Obasanjo. If you come to Benin, people answer in Obasoye, Oba Isiagbon. Just the way you are adding Oba to the Yoruba name, that's how they are adding Oba. You understand? So 99% of the tradition they have in Oba Palace, all from Ife, are all from Ife. 99%. So this thing they are saying, they are even the bronze casting, they are saying, oh, we have bronze. It's also documented in a Gareva book. A Gareva said it was, even not only a Gareva book, that is the only history we have. It's documented in a Gareva book. That they send people to Ife to go and learn how to do that bronze casting, which they are not doing. The civilization they brought from Ife that make our people to run away, because the civilization they brought to our land was civilization of human sacrifice, killing people. So many people, a lot of people ran away. We don't want to go into all this area. You understand? But I just want our people to know the truth. The Ogisos is the only traditional ruler that is being traced to our ancestor today is the Ogiame Palace. But it's unfortunate that many of our people have forget their history. The Fulani came all the way from East Africa to colonize the Hausa, but they cannot come out today and say that they are the one who gave birth to Hausa. The same thing happened in our land. So we must learn how to give respect to the throne of Ife. We are not the one who gave birth to Ife. We don't have any relationship whatsoever with Oodua. Oodua is not from our lands. It's only the Oromiyo and Afelogi, two brothers, two princes that came. Nobody invited them. They were exploring because there were a lot of princes in Ife. They wanted to have a domain of their own. So my fellow Yoruba brothers and sisters, I want to beg you all, those people that are putting out fake propaganda on media, please, I want people to disregard them. They are being sponsored for specific reasons. And anybody who is denying his own identity, that person is bound to be a failure. Let them continue to be denying their identity where their father come from. Thank God that the traditional ruler Ogisos, which are the present day Ogiame, they made them there. So the history is very clear. This is not what, even though they have government power, they're going to write fake history. But today everybody knows. Thank you very much.
See an able man being a writer, writing as a secretary. You see a Benin man writing as a secretary. And then the Oba of Benin have to wake up. He need a lot of cleansing. Oba of Benin need a lot of cleansing. Because he must know that a life was given to him by somebody. If he's a king here, he cannot be king in heaven again. He needs to be talked to. He needs to be talked to. He's behaving like Nebuchadnezzar. And that is Daniel 4. You should go and read from verse 17. Enough is enough. The Lord said if you visit him before the end of 2022, and you need to be very careful not to die in his sleep or fire inferno. And he's going to bury a lot of illustrious sons who join hand with him to perpetrate and foment all this evil. And then the young man that was on the YouTube that is telling him the truth, he should bring the boy back home and parley with the boy. The boy is the current angel of the Benin people. He's the current prophet saying the right thing to the Benin people. How many rituals have they done to kill him? They cannot. Can you fight God? No. And when you look at the book of Jeremiah, that same Jeremiah, he said in 23, from verse 18, he said, who has ever been in his council before amongst you? Then when you look at the book of Acts of the Apostle 16, Acts of the Apostle 13, Acts of the Apostle 5, then Acts of the Apostle 7, and Acts of the Apostle 6. Then you now see what happened in the Apostle 9, when the man arose and got to a power. He said, I will surely destroy. And when you look at the story of what happened in the book of Acts of the Apostle 10, from verse 20, when Cornelius was saying, us of a rubbish thing. God can put somebody in position and he can remove you tomorrow. 1 Samuel 1, 1 Samuel 2 and 3. And when you look at the book of Esther 4, Esther 5, everything is there. If you are a governor, do it well. If you are a trader, trade well. If you are selling garlic, sell well. If you are selling potato, sell well. If you are opportune to serve the people, serve well. Can we compare these people with the Paimodu? No. Or can we compare these people with Anthony Nahoro? Even the British people knew Nahoro to be a good person, a prolific writer. And look at what is happening today. And when you get to here, now the most painful thing happened at E4. That was January. I beg all the Nigerian king obas, the councillors, and the chairman, they should try and raise money for the Yorubas to plant tomato, to plant